random live stream. I just feel like going live. I'm chilling. The kids are relaxing. I know Bulls are stressed out right now. I figure why not do a random live. Here I am. I don't expect many people to be here. Also using it as an opportunity to test some technology. I did a upgrade on some mics that I want to make sure. Don't think I've tuned it quite right, so I figured a live stream type scenario, if anybody pops in, this will be a good time to get some live feedback. We can take down this live. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay, if everything's coming through, because as you can tell from this set, I'm actually using an overhead mic now instead of my normal mic, so I don't know how it's quite sounding on the stream. On the pre-recorded side, it sounds pretty good, so let me know how it sounds. But we're going to go ahead and get into it. You know I got to play our intro music, and I'll catch you guys on the other side of this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What up, family? We here. Just a random hanging with Haize. That's all this is, man. Tell me how everything sounds. If it sounds too low, if I need to tune it a little bit better. Like I said, I'm using this overhead mic now instead of having a mic right in front of my face. I made some adjustments to this side of the studio to make it more like it's staticky. Cut out. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off and on and let me know if it does the same for you guys. Give me 1 second. Let me know if it sounds like, give me some, it's not working properly. Let me know now. Just turn it off and back on. Let me know if it's still sounding choppy. We're going to work through it. We're going to get this. Let me know how it sounds now. Can you guys still hear me? Let me see if it's coming through on this side. Test, test, test. Let me know what it sounds like. It's good now? All right, cool. All right. So good. I wanted to make sure, using an overhead mic is a little bit different. When the mic's like right up in your face, you know it's going to sound good, especially with the mic I use because it rejects every other. But I was tired of having the mic in my face, especially on live streams. I want to kind of eliminate the mic. I'm going to get another monitor. I want to do more live streaming over here. Something you guys may notice on the other side. Well, on this side of the studio now, the camera angle isn't as close, so it's more wide angle. I actually moved the lights and spread them out a little bit more too. So it's more like the angle over on the other side of the studio. And I think like this, it gives a better presence, right? It's not like right up in my face. So we're just tightening things up around here. I'm going to get some paintings on the back side of that wall. So yeah, that's what we're doing in here. But I'm glad it's good now. How's everybody feeling? I know it's been a downtime as Bulls fans, man. I know things kind of suck right now. And I felt it too. I don't know if you guys could feel the frustration in the video I posted earlier today. But man, the Bulls can't lose to Cleveland. You guys already know how I feel about the city of Cleveland. I really don't. I really hope the Bulls don't lose tomorrow, man, because then tomorrow's episode is going to be very, very interesting, is all I can say. Very interesting. What's going on, everybody? Zach Lasagna's in the chat. Torian Whitfield's in the chat. Don Trell's in the chat. King Austin's in the chat. Dennis is in here. The Bulls is in here. Want to shout out everybody. Frank Tan, I haven't seen you around here before, but thank you for joining. My boy I Am Scox is in here. Jonathan's here. Shay, what's up, fam? I'm glad that you guys can join me for a random live stream on Friday, man. This is really just randomness. Let's see what we got here. Haize, do we slash wrists or can we salvage something from this? Listen, the season isn't over with. The Bulls still have 9 games left. A lot of those are winnable games if they get their shit together. Listen, I'm still against the sky is falling Bulls fan community. It sucks right now. Don't get me wrong. It sucks right now, especially because it's about heart right now. I've never questioned this team's heart over the course of this season, and it really does make it sucks. But I hope that this team can get it together. So no, I don't think it's time to slit wrist or anything like that. Like I said, at the end of the day, even if the Bulls are a first round exit, look at how far we've come. Look at how far we've come. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ignore that call. I'm streaming. I don't answer calls when I'm streaming. Trent Baker says, I was at the after game show when we lost to the Pelicans. If we lose to the Cavs, then Haize will really let us know how. Man, listen. Listen, man. Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully not. Adrian popped in. What's going on, Adrian boy? Thank you for joining us, my boy. I appreciate you. The Bull says depressing, frustrating, and sucks because the ESPN. Well, we'll see. At the end of the day, like they didn't even expect us to do that. Like remember when they said the Bulls would be fighting for a play-in? We're not fighting for a play-in. We at the bare minimum we're going to be the 10th seed, which is a play-in. That's at the bare minimum. And you know, even that said, it took a historic, not historic, but it took a terrible losing streak for us to even get that low. We have lost 10 out of the last 13 games. Nobody expected the Bulls to finish the season that with how they've been playing. So no, ESPN still wasn't right. I wouldn't say that they were right. Then is Lonzo out for season? I don't think we've heard anything for sure on that or not yet. I mean, so who's to say if we're if Lonzo's out for the season or not? Wrong keyboard. But I guess it remains to be seen. I'm just checking something right now. Yeah, nothing as far as on my news wires come in on that. So we'll see. We'll see. I expect him to not come back, but I know, you know, a lot of people don't like hearing that from me, but it is what it is. They have to start playing harder for each other. They have to start playing harder for themselves. Like, fuck all that shit. Like, that stuff, that rah-rah stuff sounds good. And this isn't you, Dontrell. This is, I'm talking about, like, Zach and DeMar's comments. Like, all that rah-rah shit sounds good. But at the end of the day, these are men who get paid millions of dollars to play a game. Let's just be real about that. And with that being said, like it shouldn't take a whole bunch of motivation to get people together. And the fact that it does is bad. Imagine if somebody told if somebody told me I was gonna get paid millions of dollars to go to work, I don't give a damn how mundane my job is. I'm gonna be smiling like a motherfucker. It's man, it's just bad. Zach Lasagna says, I didn't watch the last post game. I was too pissed off. I was pissed. I came in there firing, bro. I came in there firing. It was probably the most negative live stream that I've had so far this season. At least now we know who the real Bulls fans are and who hopped on the bandwagon. Let's bounce back versus Cavs. Shout out to you, Trent. Petty Roosevelt was too funny on that last video, bro. Hey, listen, Petty is... It's a funny thing with the way that Petty Roosevelt has popped out lately because it surprises me sometimes. Remember, I think that was the video where I was like, listen, no, I'm not even being Petty Roosevelt right now. And then by the end of that stream, I was like, no, yeah, I was being Petty Roosevelt. So, all right, this is a good King Pokey Nation Alvarez. Pookie or Pokey? Pookie. King Pookie Nation Alvarez. They need to fire Billy. No, it's way too. Billy deserves. Let me be clear. Billy does deserve to have at least one more season and hope for full health before we make that decision. Like the fact that the Bulls have dealt with and everything, Billy's done an okay job. But Billy, you know, to the credit, the thing that I'm starting to come around to and realize is that Billy's job here was for a couple. Like remember, Billy quit on the Thunder because he didn't want to be a part of a rebuilding team. Then the Bulls front office went and signed him for a team that was rebuilding. And I think the Billy signing was really a sign that this front office is serious. It was really, and also to cleanse the palate from having Boylan. I don't think Billy Donovan was ever meant to be, when this team finally gets to championship level contending, which they were never meant to be this season, for Billy to be that coach. Billy's going to get one more season. For sure, one more season. He may get 2 more seasons, but I think Billy, even in this season, has deserved to get another season with and hope that they're going to be kind of fully healthy this season. It's funny how, like, you see how COVID protocols aren't a thing anymore. So we'll see with that. We'll see. Dub Bulls is sharing something that I agree with as well. Put Pat Williams in the starting lineup. I agree with that wholeheartedly, brother. The future is still bright for the squad. Let's see how we finish out. But regardless, we're going to be good. Yeah, we're going to be good in the long run for sure. For sure. Shay, I don't think that DeMar's going to miss that. I don't think this was ever meant to be something that's long term. So I think DeMar's going to play next game. What's going on? I don't know if it's Bobby or C-Dub, but either way, there goes my brothers at the Cognac Boys. Y'all make sure y'all go follow them. One of the most entertaining shows when it comes to Bulls content. So make sure y'all go and check them out. Jafiri says, when you got free time, can you update your Discord server link because it's expired? Also, the new intro is fire. Voice of the fans is such a good way to describe your channel. I appreciate that. Listen, and it's funny because I think the voice of the fans thing came up in a conversation actually with the Cognac Boys when we were talking about what we plan to do with Chicago Bears Central, and that's the voice of the fans too. But really, with Chicago sports, there's a lot of good podcasts, a lot of good YouTube channels, a lot of good coverage of it, but it's not really passionate, right? There's some that are passionate, but most of them are really just, they come in, they do their thing, they're good at analyzing and they're good at having conversation. What I want these platforms that we're building together, what Bear Central, what Bull Central is going to be, is to be the voice of the fans, is to be the level-headed when I need to be, crazy when I need to be crazy, honest, hurt when I'm hurt, like all that stuff. So I appreciate that. That means a lot to me, brother. See what else we got. Jake says, honestly, every time a team picks up its defensive pressure, we look lost because the majority of the time we play iso ball and nobody moves or cuts. Well, those are two different things. Iso ball is different from nobody moving and cutting. So let's separate that. And I've been on this train all season. So iso ball is when you literally, like, one player's just going and doing all the work. Moving and cutting, you can even move and cut with that. The fact that these players aren't moving and cutting is something like, I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if it's the players getting lost. I don't even know anymore. But that shit needs to stop. King Pookie asks, why is that? I don't think that Nike had an offer for Zach. I don't think they did. What's up, Haize? What's going on, Nick? Trim Baker says, these random live streams are lit. Do you expect the Bulls to make any major moves in the offseason, or do you think it'll be the bench change? Keep up the good vids, Haize. Hey, thank you for that, Trent. I can't call it right now. It's really going to be determined by the way that this season ends. I really do think that they're going to, I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I do think that the front office is going to be open to moving Vooch's expiring contract. They're going to be open to moving Kobe. They're going to be open to letting Derrick Jones Jr. walk if it's not the right amount of money. They're going to be open to definitely letting Troy Brown Jr. moving Tony Bradley, all those type of things. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that's their goal moving into the season. The goal is going to be to improve the team. But I definitely think that some of the players may be available if the right deal comes about. Now, what that right deal is will remain to be seen. But I definitely think there are probably, depending on how the season ends, there are probably going to be some people that are going to be available, mainly like a Vooch, that may not be expected. That doesn't mean that the trade is going to happen, but I do think that, improving the team is going to be the key and the focus in this offseason, whatever that takes. JJ Ortiz says, bro, we need to stop playing like hoes, honestly. Damn it. Honestly, I want to see attitude, my guy. Our players are getting way too soft now. Listen, bro, that ain't nothing but real. Who is blowing me up? I need to start sending a text to all my people and being like, look, I'm live streaming. Leave me the fuck alone. And then my sisters will message me anyway. Let's see. Maurice is in the building. What's up, Haize? Hey, do you think Kobe White should play starter minutes? I mean, he played 25 plus minutes in the last game. I definitely think when Kobe's on, it's all on Kobe. Because if Kobe's shooting the ball well and doing some of the passing and thing, Kobe's going to get minutes. At the end of the day, it's on Kobe. Because if he's going through a cold streak like he has been, prior to last game, the last 6 games or so, he doesn't deserve to play starter minutes. And that's for anybody. Let me be clear. I'm not just lobbying that towards Kobe. I'm lobbying that towards anybody from that bench who isn't producing at that moment. So, we'll see. I definitely think that if Kobe's on, though, and consistent, he definitely deserves to get quite a bit of minutes. Nick Tolliver, it's so fundamental and basic, but I really think Chicago needs to practice the motion drill in offense. All it is passing and settling screens and cutting. Nobody on the floor standing. Yes, the motion offense, especially when Lonzo gets back, is literally the perfect type of offense for this Bulls team. And they've run a hybrid version of that, but never gone fully into it. And when they get in transition, if you notice in my intro, and it's funny, most of the clips from my intro come from Lonzo Ball highlights. And not even because I was meant to do that, but because when Lonzo was playing, we got in transition more, and the Bulls in transition, it's been so long since we've seen it consistently that I think we forget how dangerous this team was in transition, not just because we had Lonzo, but at the beginning of the season. We've gotten completely away from that, and it's disgusting. Mr. Cavero, What's going on, Haize? Do you think we stand a chance in the playoffs? Eastern Conference champs at least. Eastern Conference champs at least. No, at the least, the Bulls are a first round exit. But you know, I mean, listen, it remains to be if the Bulls team can get back to being that top 5 offense and defense team, the sky's the limit. But every game that they play now, we get further and further away from us having an ability to get back to that, in my opinion. Listen, it's 49 people in here in a random live stream. I'm happy. Thank you for the support, my people. Thank you. I'm happy for Zach getting all the shoe money. I want him to get all the money he deserves. However, I am hoping that he considers taking a little bit less to keep talent around him. Yeah, I mean, well, here's the thing, and this is the thing that I've talked about before, Adrian. There's no amount of less that Zach can take that frees up more cap space. Because of the way that the salary cap structure and the Bulls salary, Zach LaVine the only way that Zach can save this team true cap space money is for him to stay on the same money that he's making now, which isn't going to happen. Otherwise, anything he signs above that technically is putting the Bulls so close to the luxury tax, they're going to have to use their exceptions. They're going to have to get creative with using expiring deals anyway. So really, Zach isn't helping the team by taking less money. He's not. Maybe in the long run, in maybe the back half of that contract. But again, if Zach wants to save the team money, it's more than just him taking less money. He can front load his contract, meaning he can get paid more money now up front, right, in the first couple of years and have that money tail off, because that means as DeMar falls off, as Vooch falls off, the salary they get more room in that, and then you get more flexibility. But him just taking the lesser money isn't really going to help the team much when it comes to the salary cap and how it's going. Let's see what else we got. JJ Ortiz says, I low-key want to see a Kobe, DeMar, Zach, Paul, and Vooch. I mean, that's for stretches, right? Defensively, Jesus, you putting almost everything defensively on Patrick Williams at that point. Now, Kobe's weak side defense has gotten better. Even Kobe's on-ball defense has gotten slightly better as well. Off-ball defense is still kind of iffy sometimes, but that is a lot of defensive pressure on Patrick Williams. So I don't know. Now, offensively, yes, but man, I don't know. Julie says, hey, Haize, hey, chat. Where's Alana at? I missed Alana. There she goes. Hey, y'all, St. Peter's just beat Purdue. Crazy. That's wild. That's wild. Haize, do you think Io's hitting a rookie wall? Yes, absolutely. I talked about that a little bit in my last video. I definitely think that Io's hit a rookie wall. Definitely. Haize, have you seen Mark Williams play? He plays out of Duke, and he should fall late in the first round. Yeah, so I'm not really doing the whole draft prospects things until the offseason. I told you guys I'm going to do some heavy draft research between the offseason and the draft. And I hope that it's not all for nothing because, like I said, I expect the Bulls to trade the first round pick, but I'm still going to put the research in, and you guys will get some draft content around then for sure. We need the angry Zach from here on out. I love his demeanor. Yeah, completely agree with you, my brother. Completely agree with you. I love it. Like, Zach wanted that Pelicans game bad. You could feel it. Nick Tolliver with a great point as well. Zach's defense is amazing when he's mad, but his decision-making is the issue. Man, after Ayo got on him, Zach had some defensive possessions where he was on it. And if Zach can ever get to giving that type of effort defensively consistently, you're talking about one of the better two-way players in the league. Adrian, didn't know that. Thanks for explaining the Zach Cap situation, bro. Bought to pour me a bourbon and get this weekend. About to pour me. Listen, bourbon is what bourbon you drinking, brother? Yeah. I don't know if bourbon's the move tonight or is it gonna be tequila the move tonight, but one of them is gonna be the move tonight. I think the Bulls do a sign and trade. Yeah, no, that's not happening. That's never happening. No, I don't know why you think that. Honestly. There's nothing other than fan speculation. There's been nothing. The Bulls aren't signing and trading Zach LaVine for Vooch. It's not happening. Y'all got to get out of here with that. That is 2K type deals. That is not happening in real life. And we don't even want Anthony Mr. Glass Davis. That doesn't get the Bulls any goddamn closer. So no. Everyone got to realize that all these games matter. We need the whole team mad to play good, I guess. Somebody needs. I said it in the last live stream. Somebody needs to line the Bulls up and kick them all in the nuts. Maurice Jeffrey, should the Bulls hire Kurt Heinrich as a point guard coach? Listen, I always used to say that I could see Kurt Heinrich getting into coaching. I thought he would be in coaching by now. Kirk literally has, like, when you look at players that end up being coaches, the way that his career went, the fact that we know he knows X's and O's basketball, I'm super surprised that Kirk Heinrich has not gotten into coaching, whether it be collegiate coaching or in the NBA. I'm really surprised that if you would have told me any former Bull would have become a coach, Kirk Heinrich would have always been the one to come to mind. Always. Joakim Noah would make a hell of a coach too, but you see Juwan Howard punch somebody, Joe would smack the shit out of somebody. So yeah. Let's see. MC Cavier. I hope Zach doesn't leave just for his. Oh, he's not leaving. I listen, at this point, the fact that there has been no speculation. Like, do you remember at the beginning of the season when he first signed with Clutch and the people were like, oh, well, maybe it's a deal with the Lakers that is going to happen. You see how there's been no talk about Zach LaVine. Not any rumors, nothing with that. You know why? Because nobody's leaking anything. You know why they're not leaking anything? Because the Bulls, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bulls and Zach LaVine already agreed to a contract. I would not be surprised if a day or two, just like with the Lonzo thing, into free agency, we get a Zach LaVine contract extension announced. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at that at all. And this could come back. If this happens, somebody's going to clip this video and embarrass the shit out of me. But I do not expect Zach LaVine to go anywhere else. I just don't. Wish we had a pop expulsion moment from BD getting in play. Yeah, he's just not that type of coach. He's just not that type of coach. In the heat of the deficit and lighting the fire under their ass, he's just not that type of coach. And one could say maybe that's why Billy Donovan isn't a championship coach, because he doesn't do that type of thing. But yeah, he's just not that type of coach. Listen, I gotta admit something here. I've been so busy since, like, taking over Locked On Bulls and everything. I haven't got back with Brandy. She emailed me. One of the admin from Chicago Bulls Party Chat, which is a great Facebook group. Go and join that. I haven't gotten back with them about the Zoom meeting. It's supposed to be Friday. I need to do that over the weekend. I've been so busy that I dropped the ball on that. So let me be clear. Anybody who's in there, don't blame Brandy. Don't blame anybody else. It's me, because I dropped the ball because I've just been busy as shit. So I need to I'm going to try to salvage it and see what we can do for Monday. K27 Mac Haize, do you think the Bulls are going to be so passive sometimes because of Donovan's coaching style, because he's so laid back? I mean, that may play a part in it. I won't say that I won't blame it all on that, but that probably absolutely plays a part in it. Nick Bars, I don't know, Haize, Bulls might be cautious ruling Zach deal to other free agency. Maybe wait 1 hour after the start of free agency. Well, no, because you can't tamper with your own free agent. That's the thing. The Bulls can literally announce that they re-signed Zach LaVine with 1 minute, because technically they're allowed to talk to him about contract extensions now. He's their own free agent, so they can't tamper with their own free agent. So no, that's fine. The issue that they got into with Lonzo was that he wasn't their free agent. But no, with their own free agents, they can absolutely do it 1 minute in and not be a thing. I'm frustrated with this team right now, but then I remember we only won 30 games last year, and right now we won 12 more than that, and we've been playing horrible lately. This team is great, just in a funk. Then it's more than just a funk, but yeah, I mean, this team definitely has a lot once they're fully, and, even no matter how this season ends, they're going to go into the offseason with a lot of confidence, hopefully, because of where they're going, what they know that they can accomplish when they're together. They're playing with house money right now. The Bulls were never going to win a title this year, right? There was a chance. I've always said there was a chance that they could have got out the East, but they weren't going to. This team was not the team that was built for a surefire contender. Now, because of that, things go the way that they go. So it is what it is. But this team is going to work it out this offseason. Do you do voicemails anymore? Yes, tomorrow's episode is all text, all voicemail. I've kind of turned Saturdays into that. The Bulls have been playing so many games during the week that I've kind of gotten away from voicemails. We'll get back to doing them consistently, like periodically throughout the week. But what I've been doing lately is I turned the Saturday episode into an all mailbag episode. So I think we got to, Shay, I know you, Shay, Shay, I got to talk to you, brother. Listen, I got to talk to you, man. I need you to condense. Shay, you let off 3 voicemails within a 10-minute period, bro. And don't get me wrong, I love you. You already know I do, Shay. But the thing is that when we do voicemail episodes, I can't play off, because you do have some really good things that you want to talk, but I can't play 3 voicemails from the same person in the voicemail episode. That's all that I mean by that, Shay. But I'm going to get to them. You're going to get because one of the topics you brought up about, I think it was a draft prospect, really made me look at something differently. So I'm going to get into that, and I'm getting into your guys' voicemails a little bit more for sure. Let's see. I didn't really get into Zach to the LA talk just because he's with Clutch. Doesn't mean much to me. We also have Lonzo in the Clutch. Maybe Rich Paul likes both LA. I mean, that's the thing. The Bulls deal just made sense for Lonzo. They're not going to just send everybody to LA just to do that. Io's rookie raw solely based on confidence. BD will give him the keys to run the offense. The hero ball will stop. No, that's not true. That's something that's easy to say, but no, he's hit a rookie. If you look at Io playing, he's not playing with nearly the type of energy he was playing at the beginning. Io has hit a rookie wall, and to Io's credit, he's done so much more than almost what any other second round rookie would have done. Io earned everything to keep in mind. He was not going to be in the rotation initially. His defense got him in the rotation. Then how he played solidly on offense, his poise got him in. But no, Io's absolutely hit a rookie wall, and it's not just confidence. It's not just confidence. Confidence does play a part, but it's not just confidence. Hey, sometimes teams take on the identity of their coach, so it could be BD lacking. No, because this is who DeMar and Zach LaVine are as well. Zach and DeMar, while they're players that are great to lead your team on the court, they are not vocal leaders at all. So that's over the course of their career. So it's not just to blame it on Billy Donovan. And this team, especially when you have a team that's unproven, sometimes you need that guy. And Tristan Thompson coming in as a midseason acquisition and somebody who only plays 17, 18 minutes a game, while I love what he's done, I love that he talks to guys, I love that, but there's only so much penetration that's going to do as a new guy to the franchise. If you had vocal leaders as your top 2 guys, it would soak in a little bit more. So, yeah. Trent Baker with a good point. I feel like this year is a blueprint for AK and Mark to this. So I've described it this way: the Bulls had a terrible foundation. The Bulls took that foundation out, pulled out that, laid a new foundation. Now this foundation is really good. They've changed the culture. They laid a foundation of solid players, and now they can continue to build on top of that to get to the ultimate goal, hopefully, of winning a title. So yeah, you're absolutely right there, man. Shay said, "Oh, bro, you don't have to like I said. I didn't mean it as a negative thing per se. I just meant it as more so if you understand when the voicemail episode comes that I don't play all of your voicemails. It's just because while it's a voicemail episode, it's really kind of difficult to work in that many voicemails from the same person. It's not Reginald too, not the Reginald who's in here now. I think it's Reginald. Maybe his name's Ronnie. Give me 1 second. It's Ricky Carroll, not Ricky Fontaine, Ricky Carroll. He leaves a ton of voicemails too. He's never in the chat that often, but he leaves a ton of voicemails. A ton of them. JQ Chicago says, good to see you, Haize. You're still my favorite therapist. First of all, I saw you over on CHGO. You're cheating on me, brother. You're cheating on me. I saw you over there saying that you needed some therapy over there too. I saw you, brother. At least I think it was you. Maybe I'm tripping about that too. Listen, I'm tired. It's been a long week, fam. It's been a long week. Been a long week. We need to what? No, come on, man. What are you talking about? Byron, you heard who'd you hear say that that's credible? No, you ain't heard nobody. No, I'm not saying you didn't hear nobody that said, but nobody credible said that. I guarantee you, nobody credited you. Credible said that. Zion. What the fuck? I told y'all, Portillo's would kill Zion. He would die from 18,000 clogged arteries in month 1 of being in the city of Chicago. No, it's not happening, man. Not happening. No, Savage, that's not true. Like we gotta while Billy Donovan is slow to make adjustments, Billy Donovan think about the way this team was playing basketball, even when Billy first took over this team. He has taught them how to play, not taught them how to play basketball, but he got them in a it's just that, and this is one thing that's happened over Billy Donovan's career. He is slow to make a rotation. Go back and look at that Western Conference finals that the Thunder lost. One thing that's always been a thing with Billy Donovan's offense specifically and his slow to make adjustments, that if you vary up what you do on defense and do some unexpected shit, Billy Donovan doesn't know what the fuck to do. But he's definitely does coach. Jacob asks, what's one thing you like to see the Bulls in the offseason to fix the bench? To fix the bench, especially now when you look at now, AK and Eversley know this, right? They know that. I'm telling you right now, DeMar's not going to have another season like this. He still can have a great season with the Bulls, but he's not going to have another season like this. Zach as well, you know you're probably going to have to manage his knee to a degree almost the rest of his career. And, you know, there's going to be some growth on the bench, too, in size. I think at the end of the day, what they need to do is they need to replace players like Tony Bradley, replace players like Troy Brown Jr., replace players like Malcolm Hill, replace players. I love Derrick Jones Jr., but I think he's going to be offered too much money to come back here. That's my personal opinion. I hope I'm wrong because I want to see Derrick Jones Jr. stay here. And they need to replace those with veterans or players that are more consistent, players that you can trust, players that you know when you have to key in that they're going to be able to keep up that defensive intensity and play solid on both sides of the ball and not kind of fluster. Io, I think he's going to take a big leap in the second year as well. But I'll see what they do. But they also need more consistent bench scoring. And you know, Kobe is a great bench scorer. Don't get me wrong. In theory, he needs to be consistent as well. But if they decide to keep Kobe, they also need to bring in players on that bench who can give some solid. It doesn't have to be a 10, 15 point per game score off the bench, but people who you know, if you get them shots, they're going to make and take and make those shots. That's the type of thing they need. I'm not really focused on another star. I know some Bulls fans are right now. I don't think that happens in this upcoming offseason, but I could be wrong. Producer HAC says, man, Haize, I know I'm the only one who's been in war in my text group. I'm at war with my Celtics, Suns, and Philly guys. I'm surprised he has not been. But I think because most of my friends that I have like text basketball conversations with are Knicks fans. So those motherfuckers are quiet as fuck this season. It's been great. It's been great. Jake said Portillo's that and Harold's Chicken. Oh man, listen here, Zion. I told y'all I'm going to say this every time it comes up. Zion would literally walk into Portillo's and they would ask him what he wanted, and he would just say yes. That's it. He would just say yes, and then we wouldn't see Zion for 72 hours. Discovering Portillo's for somebody like Zion is literally listen. Kopi's in the building. What's up, Haize? How you feeling right now? How do you feel about how we've been playing? Oh, man, listen, go watch the videos. I'm not even going to – I feel like we've been playing like shit. Praying Toronto goes into rebuild. Well, the thing is that even if they may go into a soft rebuild, right, where they keep their veterans to kind of keep teaching their young players to play ball the correct way because – listen, Toronto got some young cats on that team. It's been good, MC season. It's been good. How's yours been, brother? This is a good question from Cherry. Hey, Haize, do you see upside in Troy Brown Jr. being that he's only 22? People were... Yes, there is upside, but it's not going to be realized on this team. The thing is, if Troy Brown Jr. would have been on this team 2 and 3 years ago, we would have had time to develop Troy. Because Troy Brown, as much as he's been inconsistent, Troy Brown Jr. can develop. I don't think he will per se, but he has the skills to develop to a very solid 3-and-D player. But it's going to take repetitions to get, and the Bulls are fighting for actual playoff bursts. And because that, they don't have the time to really develop Troy Brown Jr., especially when you have players on the wing that are ready to be more consistent in Derrick Jones Jr., Javonte Green, DeMar DeRozan, who can all play the three, that are ready to compete now. I do think that Troy Brown Jr. is going to eventually go to a team. If Troy Brown Jr. eventually goes to like a Washington, I'm at a loss, goes to maybe a Sacramento, teams that have the time to give him minutes no matter and let him play himself into being consistent. Troy Brown, there is a lot that you can build with Troy Brown Jr., but it's not going to be on this team. This team doesn't have time. That time for development of a player like Troy Brown Jr. is gone. It's gone. Now, if he was more consistent already, if he was given IO-type consistency, not output, but type consistency, then maybe you could convince yourself to keep him around. But no, I don't think that Troy Brown Jr. stays on this team, but I do think that there definitely is potential in Troy Brown Jr. Julia Jewell says the Bulls, listen, let me get a face-to-face with the Bulls. Let Petty Roosevelt get a face-to-face with the Bulls. I guarantee you, they're either going to walk away with one. There's only one or two outcomes with it. They're going to be the most motivated they ever had in their life, or they're going to be like, who's this red-bearded bastard who just came in here and called us all bitches and hoes? There's only one or two outcomes. It may be both, but those are only two outcomes possible. David West says, keep clowning AD as if it's above him and Levine are practically same age. AD is a top 10 player. Listen, you got to be on the court to be a top 10 player. AD is off the court way too often now. You can say by skill, yeah, but you got to be on the court. The thing is different that we see now. You see Zach LaVine playing through injury. Nobody's talking about AD like he's a bum, but you can't bet on AD. It's past the point of being able to bet on AD to build your team around. That's past. You can't do that anymore. It'd be asinine, stupid, and dumb if you build a team around AD right now, because he has not shown that he can be on the court consistently enough. He's getting triple doubles in a hospital bed. That's not how you build a team. AD's not a bum. He's made of glass. It's that simple. He rolls out of bed and injured right now. Well, it is just first year for our main guys together, so I kind of expected this will happen anytime. Hey, there you go. See what else we got. AD falls and he's injured. Listen, I'm sure that a strong sneeze has put AD out a couple of games. I'm 100% sure of it. 100% sure of it. What do you think people is ready for the Bulls to take the next leap for a playoff run next season, since he's sort of a project player? I love what I saw in the Raptors game. Well, listen, no, the thing is this Bulls team is set to develop P. Will over years. He may get the keys to the franchise. He very well will be. His potential is that high, but not all potential is realized. He could be a player that you can build around, or he can end up being a Luol Deng, which is still a really great player it has an important role to play on the team. But that remains to be seen. We'll see. Run with us said he finally recovered from yesterday. That's crazy. AD the type to take trash out with two fingers so you don't get Damn, bro. Damn. Y'all killing AD. Y'all hear my dog snoring? That motherfucker is knocked. He is out cold. Savage says, if we lose tomorrow, I'll shave my head. Hey, man. Hey. The way that this Bulls team is playing right now, is your head already? You know what? You're pulling one. Your head's already bald, aren't you? AD needs a hyperbolic chamber or a Senzu bean, something. Like, he needs one of the two. He needs something, man. What's going on, Smear60? I see you in the chat, brother. Listen, y'all with this Kofi shit. Y'all starting to drive me crazy with Kofi. I like Kofi. Don't get me wrong, but y'all already getting to that place where y'all about to start driving me crazy with Kofi. I can feel it. There's gonna be so much disappointment when the Bulls don't draft Kofi. I can feel it, and y'all setting yourself up for failure. See what else we got. Let's start Matt Thomas. Come on, man. I like Ayton convo as well. Listen, you can have the convo, but it's not realistic. Like, Bulls fans literally, or it's not just Bulls fans, because fans of all fan bases do this shit, that literally think that y'all can trade scraps and get, we're not getting Ayton, man. We're not getting Ayton. We're not getting Cat. Jokic is a small possibility, but even then, it has to be a trade. Y'all, it's not, these trades aren't happening, y'all. It's not happening. We need to sign Kofi. Oh my God. Listen, Bulls fans, man. Savagery, bro, like, did you do cocaine on this beautiful Friday, fam? How much? Listen, you're supposed to watch snowfall, not reenact snowfall, brother. Stop doing cocaine. Stop it. Put the drugs down. Pick up a book. Read. Stimulate your mind, Smokey. Come on, man. Savagery, come on, bruh. Come on, man. Y'all motherfuckers is hilarious. Is this where we're going on a Friday night? It's Friday night. Y'all tripping, man. Let's see what else we got. Kofi Kingston better be. That's funny. All right, Haize. Why does the NBA players from the Jordan era didn't suffer as many injuries as today? NBA players with technology and all that. No, I think it's seeing a combination of things. Franchises are more knowledgeable of injuries now, so they do sit players with things that players used to play through. If you look at, like, Karl Malone literally would just throw some, like, do you know how many, go back and look at some Karl Malone tape. Look at how much tape that man had on his body. Them motherfuckers was hurting. They just didn't give a damn. So, yeah. We need another big man. Really lacking size and rebounding is one of our biggest issues. Especially offensive rebounding is definitely one of our biggest issues. I don't do coke. I'm on that Dahlia from Force. Oh Lord, man, shit. Here y'all go about Kofi shit again. Oh my Jesus. I can't wait for the Bulls not to draft Kofi. Woo. yes, Vooch will be back next season. Now the trade deadline. I mean, I think Vooch is more than likely Vooch is going to be back next season. Now that being said, there is a chance that he's expiring contract. There is always a chance, but we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be really hard to move Vooch too. Keep in mind, like if Vooch, even though he's having one of the worst seasons of his career, he's still top 10 in every statistical category for centers. But it's going to be really hard. Let me not say hard to move Vooch, but I don't think if we move Vooch, we're going to get back what some people are thinking we're going to get back for Vooch. So, Byron, can we win a chip with Vooch? Yes. It just depends on how else you build the rest of the team. Go back and look at some of the teams that won titles and some of the players that have been, and some of the players that have given contributions to those teams to get to the run to a title. You can win a title with Vooch. It's how you build out the rest of the team around him. Part of this starting five that this team wanted to go into the season with, was built to cover up Vooch's issues. And we've missed Lonzo for about half of the season. We missed Patrick Williams for 2/3 of the season. So when you do types of things like that, and that's why I said I think they're going to rejigger this bench. But yes, you can. You just have to have proper roster construction to cover up his weaknesses. Nobody with Lil in their name should have any basketball opinion. Nobody with Lil in their name should have any basketball opinion, especially when it's that. First of all, Lil, you got little thoughts, little ideas. Get that shit up out of here. I hope some of y'all know I roast y'all is fun. I don't really be malicious. Let's see what else we got. If I ever see someone being for real about Jeremy Grant again, I'll slap one of y'all. Listen, man. I will be so happy when Portland signs Jeremy Grant, because let them deal with that shit. But all right, y'all, I'm about to end this stream, man. I just wanted to holler at y'all for me. 84 in the stream, though. 80. I mean, if y'all, we can keep going. We can keep going. God, like, come on, man. Like, what do I look like somebody with sources? Do I look like the Chicago Bulls call me up? Hey, man, we want you to go ahead and report on that that little YouTube channel. Lonzo's coming back. Go ahead and let him know. Lonzo, go ahead and let all 84 people know Lonzo's running it back. I don't know, man. Google it. That's all. You got the same tools I got, brother. I'm giving you a little shit, but no, we don't know any updates on Lonzo right now. You a hostage, Haize. You're not allowed to end this live right now, man. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Wow. That motherfucker said I'm a hostage on my own show. Ain't that some shit? Uh-oh. Byron says, Haize, I got my sources. Hey, man, listen, holla at you. Holla at your boy. I'm glad you got sources. I'm dead ass when I say I'll give Zay both my kidneys for him to come back. Oh, shit. What the hell? Let's see what else we got. It's not a little YouTube channel, Haize. Hey, man, listen, ain't nobody checking for Haize, but that's fine. That's fine. We doing our thing here. Haize, thank God we didn't trade for Jeremy Grant. If we did, oh, man, listen. Y'all motherfuckers want to see the Bulls tank almost some Jeremy Grant. But I do agree with Haize that Sabonis is too much like Vooch. Yeah, I mean the Vooch for the like this is the thing, and this is Bulls fans. This is how you know that some Bulls fans just wanted to trade just so they can say that the team made a trade. Trading Vooch for Sabonis, literally, you're trading the same weakness for the same weakness. Go and look at the advanced analytics. They're damn near the same player, and Vooch is better defensively than Sabonis. So if it's the defensive aspect of Vooch's game that you want to eliminate, you're not doing that by trading for Sabonis. Like, Bulls fans literally just be wanting to hear the same shit. Hey, man, Haize, you're going to end up being a Bulls source one day. Mark my words. When you get to meet the team, you can't fanboy, though, either. better Petty Roosevelt us into the title with the opportunity. Listen, man. Listen. I thank God I didn't have this show when Gar Forman and Paxson were running the team and Borland was the coach. Because y'all, oh my God, the live streams, it would have literally been me like, you bitch ass puppet face motherfucker. Like, that would have been it. They would have been like, oh, the hood just came out of this motherfucker. Where did that accent come from? That's how they would have been. Listen, I ain't got the 3 hours that Ricky Fontaine. Listen, that motherfucker. Shout out to Ricky Fontaine. That motherfucker looks at live streaming like a gauntlet match in the WWE. Like, he literally was the number one entry in the Royal Rumble and then came out. He was the last man standing. That motherfucker. Listen, Ricky Fontaine is built different. That boy different. That boy different. We need the hood to come out of some of our players, bruh. Oh, man, that's so funny. That is funny. Well, other than DeMar throwing gang signs out there. But all right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and wrap up, man. I appreciate y'all so much, man. Especially, we had a lot of fun for a random live, right? I wanted to test the overhead mic. We got it. So I may be streaming from this side of the studio a little bit more because I really like the idea of not having the mic in my face, right? Move the camera angle here. Got a more wide look. That motherfucker was like right here before is what you guys saw. So this overall has been a win. Overall has been a win. But yeah. All right, y'all. Make sure you're following Bulls Central Pod. Hit a like and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. If you didn't like the video, hit the like button, man. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Post game, pre game. I always say, why do I say it that way? Pre-game, halftime hangout, post-game shows, and a pre-recorded video all tomorrow. Mailbags tomorrow. Get your text and your voicemails in 773-270-2799. That's it for me for today, guys. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See red, don't be red. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.